Well, there's exciting news today. Looks like Wowhead just data mined the set bonuses for Blood DK. After just saying that I never ever use Crimson Rune Weapon, it looks like I will have to reconsider my stance on that legendary. The tier set bonuses are for the 2 set. We have Heart Strike increases your strength by 1% and the duration of Dancing Rune Weapon by half a second, and it lasts for 10 seconds after Dancing Rune Weapon ends. So that's a pretty long time actually. That's a pretty big damage boost. And then the 4 set is parrying an attack causes your weapon to lash out, heart striking your attacker. So Dancing Rune Weapon now summons 2 rune weapons. So all these things really just mean that the more Dancing Rune Weapons you can do, the better. So, I mean, that obviously means that your Crimson Rune Weapon is going to be much more valuable than it is today. So I think that means that you'll probably be using it once you have your set bonuses. It seems like now we'll be pretty window-oriented when we're doing our damage. Every pull we'll be doing Crimson Weapon, and we'll have to maximize our Heart Strikes during that pull. So it's different than playing with Super Strain for damage, because with Super Strain, you just send it out there and it does its thing. There's no window you have to worry about. You have procs and stuff still, but it's not like this. Not such a strict window. And I went into a DOS to try to see, like, okay, how would this feel? And I was quickly reminded of why I don't like playing this legendary. On the second pull of DOS here, I pop Bone Storm, Swarming Mist, Death and Decay, then Rune Weapon. And here you can see, like, my frustration, because all of your resources get so full, so fast, at the top of the pull, that you can't, like, efficiently make use of all of them, it seems. You know, like, at this point, if I want to be as efficient as possible, every single pull, I'm going to be using all of these things, basically, at the start, more or less. I guess I can stagger, potentially, Bone Storm and Swarming Mist a bit, but I have so much runic power that I want to dump it somehow, otherwise I'm going to end up capping. And I'm trying to spam Heart Strike as much as I can, and it's working, except every single time I press Heart Strike, my runic bar gets completely filled up, so then I either dump it or waste it, right? And when there's like 5 mobs, it's more damage probably, especially with this new set bonus, to just spam Heart Strike for damage if I'm not in danger. But it does mean that, like, runic power, you know, I'm just like wasting it. There's nothing I can really do with it, so it just doesn't really feel that good to me. That said, I'm not going to really complain, I guess, about having a bunch more damage. In 9.2, I probably will be Event there, so I'll be using Insatiable Hunger, so I could actually justify spending some of that runic power on Heart Strikes that don't heal me, because I know that the more runic power that I dump during Insatiable Hunger windows, like, the better my Insatiable Hunger burst will be towards the end. And if you can get a Bone Storm, a full Bone Storm, and then 3 to 4 Heart Strikes out during that window, then you'll actually do, like, in total, with your Insatiable Hunger, around 100,000 damage pretty easily. So it's a little weird, because you're not, you know, using the resources the way that you think that you're supposed to use the resources, but it is translating into damage, and I guess that is a good thing. So one more example here in DOS. This is like just a 17, so here's the urn pull. You know, you do this gigantic bird pull. It's a good showcase of, you know, all these different abilities. We're talking about, like, AoE damage mostly with the Rune Weapon Heart Strike spamming, right? So, you know, you gather them up, you dump all of your resources here. Right now, they're all stunned, so this Storming Mist doesn't really matter that much, but, you know, when they come out of it, I pop Rune Weapon, and I start to spam for what will be a big damage buff, except my health and my runic power are perpetually full, and, you know, I proc Runic Corruption, so my runes are also pretty full, so I'm in, like, so little danger this entire portion of the pull. And I think I hit the Windows key here, and I get pretty low, so maybe it's like insurance against, like, the Windows key, right? But, I mean, the higher the keys get, the more you'll be able to utilize your runic power, but, like, what's the experience for, like, just a normal person doing, like, weekly keys, or someone that can't do super high keys? Like, you'll just be full all the time. It's very strange. Even in high keys, I think you'll end up basically just, like, capping, you know, pretty much every pull. So the question is, like, you know, even if you're capping, how do you get the most damage out of it, or the most self-sustain? Because you're really safe during these, so you really don't need, like, the runic power for healing. So it's great that, I guess, Insatiable Hunger, you know, comes in, but it just means that you won't be able to really utilize your window in Crimson Rune Weapon for Heart Strikes exclusively, because then you'll be missing out on, you know, just, like, dumping runic power. But, I mean, all of that said, I'm excited for this. It seems like a really fun change, and I'm looking forward to trying it out, especially with, you know, the double legendary with Venthyr. Necro seems okay, but I think Venthyr is going to be way better. Let me know what you think below, and subscribe for more. I'm pretty interested in people's feedback so far in the videos, because I'm not exactly sure what works and what doesn't work right now, although I know what I find interesting. And for me, what's interesting is just like breaking down all of these choices you have to make as a tank and coming up with, you know, decision frameworks more or less, and highlighting, you know, all of these with examples. Like, that's the thing I enjoy making. That and like tank comparison stuff. So I like to hear what people think about that. But yeah, good luck. See you next time.